So, good morning, everybody. We're going to go ahead and start because we're timed with the activity period we have. This is always a great celebration of students and their families, and so it's a fun occasion, and I appreciate the families especially being here this morning, as well as friends in school. This is the second signing we've done this year. In the fall we had 14, 7 today, and we might have 1 or 2 more, and we typically do that at the Mother-Son Luncheon in late May. One of the reasons we've enjoyed this opportunity is it has been a great way for students to leverage their college admission, and more importantly, I think, to just have a more complete experience in college by being very involved in the community. And it's just fun, as I said, to have friends and family here. This will be a great celebration. I'm proud of the 7 here on my left who represent 5 different schools, and all this year will be playing football in college. So that's a testament to the program. Mr. Anderson now is going to introduce the program more formally. Join me in welcoming Mike Anderson.
Morning. Today is a special day for the parents and family members of each of our signees. It is also very exciting for each of you. MBA is proud of your accomplishments and successes in your individual sports. Before we get started, I'd like to thank the following people for helping put on this event: Jim Schlichting and his maintenance crew, Frank Simpson, Jamie O'Neill, Mark Artisan, Jake Myers, Thomas Amster, Beth Anderson, and our cake cutters, and especially Mr. Joy for his continued support of our athletic teams and programs. Today, Coach Uverard will speak on each student athlete. Then the parents can come up for a picture while the student signs a letter and puts on his hat. We'll start in alphabetical order. Coach Uverard.
Good morning. This is a tough deal this morning because seeing a great group of young men leave our football program that have put so much time and effort into it. And I'd just like to say to the families all represented here to thank you. It's been such an incredible 3 years of varsity football with these guys. But this past year, I don't think as a whole I've ever coached a better group of combined leadership than this year. And that was seen on the field, I think, every Friday night. And you guys, thank you guys for what you represented MBA and your families. It's an incredible group of young men. So we'll start off here with, yeah, go ahead. Alphabetical order here, and we got all the Vandy guys here represented 3 in a row here. We'll start with Ty Bartholomew. I remember the first time I met Ty and had a discussion about playing football. He had just arrived at MBA, and we were beginning summer workouts. He said something every coach loves to hear: "Coach, put me wherever you think I can play. I just want to contribute and be a part of the team." The only problem was we had to wait 7 weeks before he could get on the field. During that waiting period, I learned a lot about Ty. He was an extremely hard worker, possessed a great attitude, and was highly committed to whatever he started. Ty ended up playing a great deal, becoming a starter his senior year, and helping us reach the state championship game. I'm proud of what Ty accomplished on the field, but I'm most proud of what I saw Ty become: a selfless, driven, and committed young man who put the team above himself. Congrats, Ty, and congrats to your admission to Vanderbilt. Ty will continue his education and play football at Vanderbilt.
I will. Get a picture with you guys. Okay, get in there. Come up here and get one. Come up here. Hey, stay. Come on. Let Grandma get one.
Good? Perfect. One more. Next is Payne Daniel. Payne is an exceptional young man and had a great career playing safety for the Big Red. He was extremely smart and a tough football player. Payne understood the defense and was able to make sure everybody knew where to go and what to do. We were lined and in the right coverage because of Payne. Payne played safety like a 200-pounder. He was aggressive, hard-striking, and never backed down from anybody, regardless of size. Payne was as tough as tackler as we've had at NBA. More importantly than all those football characteristics, Payne is an incredible young man. He was always positive and upbeat. He encouraged his teammates and motivated others through his never-ending effort. He simply made those around him better. Payne was the ideal team captain. Congrats, Payne, on your admission to Vanderbilt. He will be continuing his education and play football at Vanderbilt. Gabe Fisher. Gabe is one of the best football players I've ever coached. He's tough, physical, he's tough, and relentless in his pursuit to dominate his opponent. And did I mention he's really tough? Gabe is also one of the few players to start on offense, defense, and special teams at NBA in the last 12 years. From the stands, it's easy to spot Gabe's physicality and playmaking ability. But what's not always easy to see is something coaches call playing with heart. The best definition I can describe playing with heart is giving everything you have on every single play. And Gabe certainly did that. During a game, it would seem Gabe would tire near the end, but that actually wasn't true. He got stronger and better as the game went on. He even made some kids want to quit playing. Gabe's heart truly impacted NBA football and me. Congratulations, Gabe. Gabe will continue his education and play football at Vanderbilt. Max Fisher. Max was a two-year starter for us on the offensive line. He was our starting center his junior year until he suffered a knee injury. He rehabbed extremely hard to make it back, playing our 6 offensive linemen by the end of the year. Max had an unbelievable offseason getting ready for his senior year. He was on a mission. Max's work ethic and determination solidified what we wanted him to do for the Big Red. Coach Barclay and I told him we wanted him to play left tackle. This position requires a tough yet athletic offensive lineman. It also requires someone who understands what happens on each play in order to protect the quarterback's blind side. All of Max's hard work paid off and he became a really good offensive tackle. By the end of the year, Max was one of our most consistent offensive linemen and our blind side was protected. Max is one of the most unselfish young men I've ever coached. Congratulations, Max. Max will continue his education and play football at Trinity University. Claiborne Richards, or Claybone, as I like to say. In my 31 years of coaching, Claiborne is one of the best receivers I've ever coached. And for the last 2 years, Claiborne has been on the end of many big plays for the Big Red to help us win. Yes, he runs great routes. Yes, he has great hands. Yes, he plays with savvy. Yes, he displays incredible technique. And yes, he even has some speed. But let me tell you what I admire about him the most. Claiborne was tough. He played with grit, highly competitive, and he didn't mind getting dirty. During practice, when we were working on routes, if the route wasn't perfect, he would come back to the receiver line and do it again until it was right. He competed every day during practice. He set the tone for our perimeter group and definitely set an example for all the other receivers. Claiborne never complained, and it seemed like he never got tired. Claiborne's love for his teammates and coaches was on display each and every day. Congrats, Claiborne. Claiborne will continue his education and play football at the University of Virginia. Browning Trainer. Browning was a 2-year starter for us at linebacker. He was a huge part of our defense and one of the reasons we were so successful. Browning was physical enough to plug holes in the running game and athletic enough to drop in coverage. Browning meticulously studied his opponents in order to give himself and our defense any advantage possible. He was constantly striving for perfection. Browning's scholastic and extracurricular achievements are numerous. To me, Browning's greatest impact this year was his development as a leader. He set the tone for practice by his effort, attitude, and willingness to challenge others to do their very best. He was willing to shoulder the blame when things went wrong and quick to acknowledge others in times of success. Browning never asked anything out of his teammates he wasn't willing to do himself. Simply stated, Browning's actions matched his words. Congrats, Browning. And Browning will continue his education and play football at Johns Hopkins University. Last but not least, Taj Woods. Taj has come a long ways from a small, cocky quarterback his freshman year to a 6'2", long-legged wide receiver today. Taj is one of my favorite stories of Team 124. Out of any kid on our team, I saw the biggest transformation this year in Taj. His frame of mind shifted from being bitter to getting better. It started this past summer. Todd showed up with a different attitude. He was focused, had a strong work ethic, even staying after practice, and improved his catching and route running skills throughout the season. All of his coaches and teammates noticed his efforts. Although Taj didn't play a great deal, he showed up every day to compete and to be a great teammate. I'm proud of the humility Taj displayed this year and his sincere desire to help the team in any way he could. Congrats, Taj. Taj will continue his education and play football at Bethel University.
I have 4 final comments for each of you in closing. 1, immediately after this ceremony, make sure you thank your parents for all the time they spent driving you to and from practices and games and their continued support throughout the years to get you here. Okay? Make sure you do that. 2, make education your number 1 priority. It only takes one injury to end your athletic portion of your journey, and your journey will end at some point. So make sure you get that education. 3, with the world of NIL and social media dominating these days, be the best teammate you can. Be part of something bigger than yourselves. And number 4, enjoy your time in college and relish the moments as they will fly by. Sit down and reflect on the important moments that have shaped your life and that continue to shape your life. Congratulations to each one of you guys. I'm really, really proud of you. We're all proud of you. Congratulations.